I've got this problem. I feel like I've got a video kind of brewing inside of me, way deep down. Sometimes these things just kind of happen on their own. I've got some opinion on something, or it's some big subject, and I do a lot of topic arlos like this, just like quick news stuff, but this would be like a main channel video. This would be like a really well thought out and researched and tightly scripted and edited, kind of just like a big ol' takedown video, the kinds of videos that I used to do. And if this were 2019, I think I might be inclined to do it. I'm feeling conflicted, because I feel like the concept exists. I feel like it is cooking up inside of me. But then on the other hand, I have two other hands. I've got 3 hands total. The 2 other hands, one, it just kind of feels like a losing battle. This whole Pokemon thing. It's really just kind of like, I don't know. Does anyone want to hear it anymore? I don't know. And then the other hand, I'm just too tired. This is all just exhausting. Pokemon, their whole thing, I don't know. At least when it comes to the cards. The games, I'm dialed into the games. I like playing the games, and the games have had problems, but now we're seeing maybe things will kind of turn around, and I don't know. But the cards, it's just so... Ugh. The whole entire situation is just so... I don't even know if I have the energy to even do it. And then yeah, it just kind of seems like who even cares? We all know that it's evil, but everybody just does it anyway. I've got a bunch of opinions about TCG Pocket. I think it is really, I've talked about it before. I think it's just a very insidious product. It's more generous than most free-to-play games, and you can I could get a bunch of cards without spending a cent, but that, if anything, that just makes it even more insidious, because now it's making you think that it's not just this, it's just a loot box thing. It's just, there's no point of anything except for the loot box part. They just want, whatever, we don't have to, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm tired. Everyone plays it anyway. I played it. I think it's evil, and I played it for several months. I finally stopped. I'm thinking about spending all the rest of my whatever to open as many packs as I can. Maybe I'll just record myself opening my last packs, just for funsies, before I delete the app forever. Because it really is just, it's just kind of nothing. It's really just trying to trick us into buying shiny JPEGs, whatever. That's the thing though. Everyone likes it anyway, so they don't want to hear me talk about it. But at the very least, I gotta dredge up the energy. Just pull it all together to talk at least about this, the physical card game. They just announced that they're coming out with another rarity, another extra special, extra different, extra shiny, extra everything kind of card with the upcoming set. The upcoming set seems to be focused largely on the Unova region. Black Bolt and White Flare coming out in June. I already complained about how TCG Pocket, there's a new set every single month. It's way too fast, but it seems the physical stuff, didn't they just do the other one? Didn't they just do the EVs one? Whatever. I lose track, but that's the thing. We all know that buying the cards is a problem. It's a thing. The hobby has grown so huge. So already there's just so much demand for the product. But now, because it has grown so huge, you have double the problem, because now you have that many scalpers just looking to make a quick buck. And so I had family visit, and there was it was a big family visit, and my little nephew, he wanted to play Pokemon, and so another family member was like, I want to play some Pokemon. I'm going to go to the card shop and get some Pokemon. Just get a starter deck or something. Guess what? They had nothing. They drove to multiple stores. They went to Target. They went to a bunch of different places. No one had anything. Just none. You just can't get Pokemon cards right now, which is I don't even get it. And the frustrating thing is the Pokemon Company, they've got us where they want us. They love this. They think this is great. And I know that they'll make little statements about, oh, scalpers are bad, and we're going to try to make sure to give you enough supply. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything to help. And obviously they're not making enough product, which is weird. You want to make the money, right? Like they're in this for the money. You can't just print more cardboard. I don't really understand how it works, but for the most part though, they love that we're going crazy about this stuff. They love that it's a problem. They love that scalpers are ruining it for everyone, because that means they've got such a hot product. And Pokemon is very purposefully feeding into this frenzy by creating these special extra, oh, it's a regular card, now it's a holographic. Okay, that was cool. When I was a kid, that was neat. You got like the regular version and then the holographic version, that's cool. Oh, but now it's full art. Now it's alternate art. Now it's shiny. Now it's EX and all. There's always more and more and more and more and more extra special, extra rare variants. And so like the previous set, that was all like Eevee stuff, right? So it's all the special evolutions and all the special terrestrialized, extra shiny, crazy special 1 in a trillion edition, because they know that the more of this stuff they introduce into the game, like, sure, it makes it fun. I get it. That's the thing about gacha. That's the thing about loot boxes. Of course it's fun. Of course it's fun to open up a pack or a loot box and like imagine that you might get the super extra ultimo rare shiny whatever. Yeah, that's what keeps people doing it, but that's also what gets people addicted to it, and it's what drives this big crazy scalping frenzy. And so they acknowledge that it's a problem, and yet they are only making it worse again and again and again. Always something new, always an even more rare than rare. This one is extra, ultra, super duper mega special rare. And in this case, they've revealed some of like the legendaries from Black Bolt and White Flare. You know, you just got like fancy Zekrom, Reshiram, and Victini. They've got, you know, like one of them is all like black, like the entire card looks black, and the other one's all white, and then the Victini's all kind of red. This new Rarity, I think, is the Rarity itself is just called BWR, which could be black, white, rare, but could also just be black, white, red. Does that mean that these are the only 3 cards with this? But whatever. It just takes a card, gives it full art, and makes the entire thing kind of like one color. It's a little bit ugly, honestly. It's a little weird looking, at least in the case of Victini, but I get it. It's another thing, and it's just another thing. It's just, oh, you got it. It's just every single Pokemon set is Willy Wonka. Every single one is, you gotta find the golden ticket. It is no longer okay to just have sets and to give them to people and have the people buy them. There's always gotta be the next thing, always gotta be the next super duper ultra rare special thing. The reason for you not to just go out and buy a couple packs, not to just go out and get a starter deck or even one box. Nope, you gotta get as much as you possibly can. You gotta open packs, open packs, open packs, open packs forever, hoping that you can get one of these ultra super special rare cards. And it's tiring. And, I can be glad that I just don't have to engage with it at all. I can be glad I can just kind of not. That's nice. I feel like it would be hard to care. I feel bad for people who care, because I'm not going to just tell you to stop enjoying your hobby. It's Pokemon. It's fun. That's the thing. I always, I'm always conflicted here. I think the Pokemon Company does a lot of really nasty stuff, but I like Pokemon. I think it's fun. Again, I play the games. I like the games. They've got their hooks in me. They've those nostalgia hooks. They're deep in my heart. I will never not enjoy Pokemon on some level. So yeah, a lot of people obviously are into the Pokemon TCG. And so you can't just be like, it's your fault, you better just stop. I understand the desire to keep doing a thing because it's just that fun. Even if you see that it's a problem, even if you see that it's hard, you still want to do it. So yeah, I don't know. I can't blame anyone. I can just be happy that I'm not a part of it. At the same time though, I gotta talk about it sometimes, I gotta. Times like right now, I gotta muster the energy to at least say something. And that's something that I'm saying right now is, just like, it's never ending. Just absolutely never ending. I don't know. I guess personally, it's just reached a point where it feels too exploitative. It feels really hard to look past how brazenly exploitative, just manipulative it is. And that's the thing, though. Even as I say that, I know I'm being hypocritical because the games are the same way. They are. It is ridiculous how unfinished the last few games have been. It's completely unacceptable. It is insulting to us as consumers. It's basically just saying, like, we can give you absolute trash and you'll buy it anyway. I bought it anyway because as long as I think the game is fun, yeah, it's unfinished, but I still had fun with it and thus just feeding back into the cycle. So I'm not any better than anybody else. I don't know. Maybe I could, like, try to take the stance of, at least it's a game, though, and I'm playing a game and having fun. Could you argue this? It's just cardboard. They literally just put a picture of your favorite Pokemon on the cardboard, and now that cardboard has so much value and is so hard to get your hands on. Maybe it feels a little more insulting. I think that's a big problem I had with TCG Pocket. Is it really is just like putting a lot of value and creating a lot of hype for JPEGs that are just infinite, that are not a resource whatsoever. It's not even like game. Like, yeah, you can play the game, you can play fights, but like it's still, you're not paying for a game. You're paying for a JPEG. You're paying for a JPEG printed on a piece of cardboard. Whatever. My job right now is to try to convince you that cards are stupid and games are good. Whatever. I'm just going to stop the video. That's my video complaining about Pokemon. I'm going to go yell at a cloud now. Yeah, don't forget to open your packs today. You know what? I will too. Let's do it. I'm going to open my 2 packs today. I still haven't deleted this stupid thing. It's too much fun. All right, here we go. Celestial Gardens, Solgaleo. That's the most recent one. What do we got? Let me see. I'm going to pick that one because it doesn't matter. We got a Helioptile, a Shuppet, a Araquanid, a Lowland Dug Trio, and an Oricorio. Cool. Yeah, that's all right, I guess. Now, okay. Hold on. You gotta... Every time you get new cards and it gets so many different screens, putting it into your library. I don't want to see all that. Bring me to the packs. All right, now I'm going to open a Celestial Guardians Lunala. Here we go. Give me something good. Give me something good. I'm going to open this. Kashlurp. We've got a Banette. We've got a Lunatone, a Toucanon, a Drillbur, and an Excadrill to go with that Drillbur. All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's the video. See you later.